Hi guys, welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, today we're going to show you how to keep your buttons side by side on all devices if you want to. I've got it here on a desktop. I shrink down to a tablet. I'm using Google Chrome here with the inspector tools. Let's have a look. On an iPad Air, let's make that a little bit bigger. We'll roll on down. There's our buttons there side by side on the iPad. Let's take a look at them on the iPhone. Now on the iPhone I might want to stack them normally on an iPhone. I'll show you how to do that. Really easy. Got to use one little bit of code to do this bit today. But as usual, I'll put any code I write down below the video and you're welcome to copy it, paste it, use it as you wish. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. Once enabled, let's go down and I'll delete these two buttons and this, well, let's delete the whole row and we'll start from scratch. Okay, well, I'm going to add a new row, little green button to add a new row. Inside, and this is important, you want to put one column. Now we're going to add our little button module. I'm going to center align mine because it tends to make things easier. To do that, go over to Design, Alignment. We'll pop them in the middle there. Obviously, you can style this thing how you want by going into Button. Use custom styles for button. I'm going to leave mine as is, but here you can change the color, the hover effect, and what have you. And we've done that so many times in various videos. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of space around it because when we stack these buttons side by side, you don't want them too close to each other. So to do that, let's close out the button. I'm going to go into spacing just down below it. Now I can't use padding. If I use padding, top and bottom, if I put 50 pixels in there, as you can see, that button just gets deeper. So to give it some space left and right, let's delete that. I'm actually going to use margin left and right. Let's give it, say, 30 pixels left. It'll go to the right a little bit. And hit the chain, it'll do the opposite side. So we've got 30 pixels gap either side. So when we put another button in there, it'll have 60 pixels gap. Great. Well, once you're happy with whatever button you've created there, just duplicate it or add your next button and add it as normal as a new module just underneath if you're doing a new one, or duplicate. Now you may think, well, we could do two columns and stack these side by side, but when you go to an iPad, they'll jump back on top of each other like this. So now we've got our two buttons, we can make the little bit of magic happen. Here's a little bit of code. Go into the row, the green tab. We want to go into the column, and this is really important. You go into the column once you're in the row. We'll go over to Advanced. I'm going to go down to Custom CSS. In the main element, I'm going to write display flex, F-L-E-X. As you can see, they've jumped side by side already, but I want them in the middle at all times. So I'm going to put a semicolon there. I'm going to say justify content, dash content. I want to put it in the center. As you can see, that's popped them both in the center there. Put another semicolon there just in case we want to add some more code. Great. What if we save that now? We'll say the main row settings. Go down the little purple button. Let's flip to iPad mode. Roll on down to where they were. There they are, nicely side by side. And if we switch to cell phone, they should still be side by side. But I'm not too happy with that word breaking. I think that's probably too close together. It's up to you. You can take that text down, but the buttons be very small. I'd rather have them stacking as normal when they get to this. So let's take it back to desktop. And we can do that with another little bit of code, and it's really easy. So let's go back into our row. Remember the green tab for the row. Into the column. That's the important part. Over to Advanced. Custom CSS right here. And we can do, this is common to all Divi modules. If you roll over the dark writing within a module, you'll see some little icons appear. Go to whatever it is you want to affect, our main element in my case here. roll over till the little icons appear. There's a little mobile phone icon. Click on it, and we can do different variations for tablet and mobile. Tablet I'm happy with. Desktop I'm happy with. Phone, I want it to pop it on top of each other. Let's go down so we can see what's happening down there. That's what we've got at the moment. I want it to go back to normal. So I'm going to type in there display block. And they've jumped to different lines there, which works for me better on a mobile phone, but that's entirely up to you. There's an option for you, and I'll put that a little bit down below also in the CSS. So let's save this now, make sure everything's going to work on the front end. Save the main row changes. We'll save our page changes. Let's exit the Visual Builder. Roll on down to where we were working. And there it is. Let's hit my F12 key, see what it's going to look like on a tablet. Well, here's a phone. Let's check it on a phone while we're here. And there they are stacked on top of each other. Perfect. Let's change that to an iPad. Roll on down. And there they are side by side on the iPad, which is what we wanted. Of course, back to desktop view. If I just get out of my inspector. They're nicely side by side. So there you have it, guys. There's a way of keeping your buttons in line on the devices that you want to. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.